Hi guys, and welcome to the Aging Games, where I talk about all things related to health, anti-aging and beauty, and especially for ladies over 50. Today, I'll be talking about diet, and more specifically the carnivore diet, which has had such a huge impact on my life. I found out about the carnivore diet about 3 years ago, and after coming from keto and eating a lot of vegetables, eating a lot of fruit, and all of those things failed me miserably. So after a long fast, a 10-day water fast, I decided to embark on my carnivore journey. And this has helped me lose the weight that I've been carrying, and I just kept piling on and piling on throughout the years. So I was able to lose the weight once and for all. And also just everything, all my aches and pains disappeared. I can just go on forever about all the many benefits. And 2 years ago with my friend Phil, we decided to organize the world's first ever carnivore retreat, where we had over 50 participants, and also we had doctors and experts speaking from all over the world. It was an amazing event. And what we did was we went around and interviewed some of the participants who had some remarkable stories to share. So in this series, I would like to share with you some of these testimonials of the carnivore diet. And the first one that I'm going to start with is my friend Shona. And to see, the impact on her life was also amazing. And I was so lucky to be with her, to follow her journey. So it's quite amazing what she has accomplished, and she looks absolutely amazing. So here's Shona, and please have a look at her testimonial.
Well, I certainly couldn't have imagined myself being a carnivore if you had asked me even 2 years ago. I knew Lynn through Facebook, and last year we connected in real life when my husband and I came to Spain for the winter. We've been living in Poland for the last 8 years, almost 8 years, I guess. Almost 9 years. And the winters are horrific. Really, the pollution is really terrible. So I was just constantly getting sick. And we finally decided enough is enough. We don't work, so there's really nothing keeping us in Poland. And last winter was really a revelation because I wasn't sick. I was doing the cold thermogenesis with Lynn. We were going swimming in the sea almost every weekend. And I felt so good. It was amazing. I walked on the beach and it was incredible. So we decided to buy a place. We just bought ourselves a small little apartment, and that was it. And through that started last year a little bit of keto, and I thought it was pretty good. And then we went back to Poland and started eating Polish food. Not sure how much you know about Polish food, but we all know about pierogies, right? And I gained a lot of weight. And so finally in September, and all this time I was part of that carnivore group because Lynn had introduced me to Phil. And so finally September 3rd, I said, okay, that's it. I started, and I did the really strict 30 days meat and water and salt. Not just beef, but only meat. And I lost 9 kilograms, and I just felt so much better. I mean, you go through a period where you have no energy, and I had problems breathing, but worked through all of that. And eventually I re-added in dairy. I know a lot of people that's not good, but I added in dairy, mushrooms. And since then I haven't been strict at all. We came to Spain, and I kind of treated it a little bit too much like a vacation. but I still always, my meals are carnivore. Whether I cheat with too much alcohol or, sweets or whatever, but always when I eat a meal, it's carnivore. And it's just amazing how much better I felt. And I would say probably the top 2 things that I noticed the most were my knees, because I have really bad knees. And I noticed a huge improvement. And besides the weight, of course, I lost 12 kilograms total, but also my mood. Well, I definitely suffered from mild depression, and the winters were making it, or exacerbating it, that certainly. Coming to Spain helped a lot, but the diet just pushed me to a level where I was much more calm. And actually, I'm not really the one to say that. It's actually my husband who says that. So, you know, he said, well, the one thing I notice is you're not as jumpy, not as, you know, irritable, like quick to lose my temper, much more calm, don't get bothered by things as much as I used to. And I haven't really had any anxiety. And in fact, really, when I cheat, if I cheat for too long, that's when the anxiety and the inflammation, like bad knees and everything comes back. So I do really believe that it works, and certainly for the mood. Yeah, I mean, I didn't suffer from severe depression, but it definitely made a difference.
And has this increased your self-confidence overall?
Well, I think so. I actually did a YouTube interview a week before I started Carnivore. And it was seen by, I don't know, like 50,000 people or something like that. It was crazy. And I looked so terrible, but I was so nervous, and I don't feel so bad doing this.
So maybe something's working.
I guess you feel better physically, and if you're more calm, and so, I don't know, I guess. I still have a lot of self-esteem issues, but I would say it's better. Honestly, I had zero problem giving up vegetables. Had you asked me a year ago when Lynn was doing it, or when Phil, like he had started in January with the group, I would have said, no, that's crazy. But I don't care. You do what you want. Well, why would I ever do that? But then when I decided that I needed to do something, well, actually, that YouTube video was probably what put me over the edge, because seeing myself on video and how puffy my face looked, and, you know, anyway, I don't want to put myself down too much, but I thought it doesn't matter what I think about vegetables or not, I have to do something. And once I made the decision to do it, I didn't miss the vegetables, I didn't care, and I haven't missed them since. I have had, like, kind of following the Jack Cruz approach, where you can have something if it's seasonal, local, and organic. So here, of course, in the winter, they have beautiful avocados, and they had clementines or mandarins. So we had a few of those. And it's, but otherwise, I haven't missed vegetables at all. I haven't missed. I have some weaknesses, which when I cheat, like for example, everybody who knows me will say it's coffee with Baileys. But if I don't have it, I'm fine. Yeah. So.
You're not craving.
No, I mean, I haven't. No, not at all. And I have no qualms about telling people what I'm doing. I don't want to try to explain it, because I'm not scientific. But I say, yeah, no, I don't eat vegetables. And that's it.
Just watch their faces.
Yeah. And no, I've never really felt like I'm gonna die of a heart attack or anything like that. I figure I would have felt something by now, like some physical symptom. Like, I eat a lot of bacon. So I figure something would have happened by now. And it's a bit like the fasting too, because they will tell you, you can't go for 5 days without food, or 10 days, or 21 days. But I've done 5, Lynn's done 10. We have a friend who did 21. So, you know, I know a person who did 30 days. So clearly, you know, you're not going to die without food. So that was very interesting too. Oh, I think that's helped a lot, because what's the traditional approach? Like, if you want to make a change in your life, who do you go to? You go to a therapist or a doctor, and do they really help you? I mean, you have 10, 15 minutes with a doctor, and what do you accomplish? Nothing. With this group, the support system and the access to information is far greater. So I never really had any reservations, because you just knew you had somebody to ask if it was a question. There was a lot of material, and there was a lot of people who've been through what you're going through. So it made it that much simpler. In fact, I hear about people who want to try keto, or even people who decide to be vegan or something, and they go through all of this stress. And I didn't find that at all to do this once I made the decision. And I never really stressed about, even before I decided to actually do it, I never thought people were off their rocker or anything, you know. Not after seeing Phil's videos and Dr. Sean Baker and that sort of thing. Oh, that's, yeah. Well, I mean, Lynn Hardy, Dr. Lynn Hardy, she's a great friend, and she has been through everything. She's so knowledgeable, and, you know, so that helps a lot, because you know you're not the first person, you're not alone, and, you know, she knows me, so she can apply what she knows to everything she knows about me, and that it just helps tremendously. And this conference these talks today were phenomenal, really. Inspiration, motivation to get back to it more strictly, and to maybe try different things on the beyond side. You know, I've done a little bit of the cold thermogenesis, but I've never really paid attention to the light. I haven't worried about the light or the other things. So I think I would like to get a little bit more into the beyond side. Yeah. So I am going to have a treatment with Jeremy, a session with Jeremy, and I'm really looking forward to that.
I hope you guys enjoyed listening to Shona's story, and I hope you found it as inspirational as I have. And if you guys like this, if you enjoyed this video, I am happy to bring you more and share with you more of the testimonials that I have and these personal stories that we were able to film at the retreat. And please guys, do check out my newest book below, with over 100 anti-aging tips, which every woman over 40 needs to read. And if you'd like to see more from me, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and to hit the little bell so you get notifications every time I post a new video. Thanks for watching, guys.